Hello and welcome to another series of Endless Legend here on A Town Called Bastard. If you're unfamiliar with Endless Legend, it is an excellent fantasy-ish 4X game from Amplitude Studios, linked in with Endless Space and that kind of universe they've got going there. We've had a couple of other series of this on the channel already. I'll link them somewhere around, probably in the video description or something like that. But basically, what we've done so far is we played a vanilla game. We played a game with the first DLC expansion, Guardians. We then skipped the next one, Shadows, partly because I wasn't a big fan of the faction that came out with it, and the rest of the stuff was just wasn't too much to kind of show off, just an espionage system basically, a couple of other tweaks. But the new DLC expansion thing, Shifters, has just come out, and it's different enough, and I quite like the faction. I think we're gonna record a series of it. So Shifters introduces a couple of things. First off, there's more stuff to do with winter. Essentially, winter now has some features like seas and lakes can freeze over, stuff like that. But it also has linked to it something called the Altar of Auriga. Auriga being the planet that you are on in Endless Legend. Essentially, you can build a planet and you can harvest a resource called pearls, which is especially abundant in winter, but also does pop up in ruins and stuff like that. And you can use these to make tweaks to your empire, or like new building types and all sorts of interesting things like that. The other thing that Shifters adds is a new faction. Now, I'm not sure how these are intended to be pronounced. It's Allayi, the Allayi, something like that. We're going to go with Allayi. Are we Allayi? Allayi? No, we're going to go with Allayi. Allayi, why not? Why not? And as you can see, they're big, kind of weird, white bat moth things, which is pretty cool. It's a nice bit of visual design, certainly. But they're kind of the eponymous thing for the expansion being called Shifters, because one of the things they do is they shift into different forms, and you can get different advantages with them depending on what form they're in during combat and things like that. They're a really interesting faction. They take, obviously, as you would imagine, they take full advantage of the new winter stuff and the pearls, things like that. Let's have a read about them initially. To survive the horrors of the Dust Wars, the Allayi scatter themselves to the cold places of Auriga. Now that the Guardians have awakened, they are coming together, hoping to save Auriga and rebuild the life they once had. So they're kind of linked closely to the planet and interesting stuff like that. Their unit types, there's a settler, obviously. There's the Seeker, which is their standard, which is just cavalry. I don't think they're actually mounted, but I guess they're flying, so it's kind of like cavalry, I don't know. So here's an example. Like cavalry, the Seeker strikes rapidly from a distance with a powerful charge. In summer, the charge has a greater attack. In winter, it removes the enemy's defense. Okay, so that's the difference, but I think they can also shift between different forms as well, with that shift nature and shifting charge thing. So that's interesting. The next unit is really interesting, which is a Skyfin. Arguably the most revered and majestic being on Auriga, the Skyfin's presence improves friendly morale in summer and decreases enemy morale in winter. Now, the Skyfin can do some really interesting stuff, so I'm not going to spoil it. We're going to come across it in the game, but the Skyfin is really interesting. Then we've got Monks, which are the flying type. Powerful and hard striking, the Monk unit's skill with its long blade results in powerful counters in summer and powerful attacks in winter. I haven't reached the Monk yet in any of the test games I've played, but I've heard they're pretty good. So that could be interesting. Let's have a look at the traits the Allayi have. First off is shifting. Deeply connected to the moods of Auriga, the faction undergoes changes to its abilities as the seasons change, which allows you to adopt a light or dark form. And those light and dark forms, I believe they slightly change the appearance of the units, but they also change different boosts that they get, which is interesting. Breath of Auriga. In harmony with the planet, the faction knows precisely when the next dark season will occur, so there's zero margin for error on season predictability. We know exactly when winter is coming, which is handy. It's also not daunting in any way, because we actually have some advantages in winter. Mainly from buildings, we'll see that later. The next thing is pearl sensitive. The faction's attunement to Auriga permits them to see the locations of her pearls wherever they may be. So when we get pearl clusters in winter, we can see those locations. We also get pearls on ruin searches, so we get way more pearls than everyone else, basically. So we can use that to our advantage in certain ways. Battlefield symbiosis. Uneasy with other peoples, the faction feels most confident and courageous when surrounded by their own. So that's plus 15% initiative there, I think, per morale on units. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I think that is the idea that if you use mercenaries or stuff like that, you don't get an initiative advantage or something like that. I'm not sure. Mercurial diplomats. The faction cannot help that their psychology, moods, and actions are strongly affected by the extreme seasons of Auriga. So there is less influence cost. Yeah, I think we basically declaring war is cheaper for us in winter, and declaring peace treaties is cheaper for us in summer because we're kind of like this seasonal race, which is interesting. We chosen few, a close-knit and insular faction. They have fewer offspring and prefer to keep them close to home. Okay, so all the stuff so far has been pretty good. This is bad. So we get plus a 150% expansion disapproval generation on cities. So we're not going to want a lot of cities, basically. And we have plus 100% growth required for food per pop on the Empire. So we're slow to grow, and we don't like growing wide. And that leads to a kind of, I mean, by necessity, that leads to a tall playstyle, right? But the tall is difficult to get to because you're using more food. It's interesting. It's certainly interesting. A couple of other things we get. We get our units, monks, skyfins, seekers. We've got all those. We start with the shipyard tech, which is nice, so we can travel overseas immediately. We also start with a specific building, which replaces district, called the Garth of the Allayi. This Garth, or Sacred Garden, is a centre of work, study and devotion, as well as a focal point for the power of the pearls and the magics of Auriga. Okay, so I think it's kind of like it's a better version of a district as far as I'm aware. It boosts all the yields. The extra level boosts are also higher, I think. Yeah, I think that's it, basically. We have better versions of districts, I think is the idea. And then we've got our main quest. After centuries in hiding, it is time to rebuild the Allayi civilization. You must preserve your world and your goddess, Mother Auriga, and unlock the mystery of her enigmatic pearls that burst forth in the dark season. The destinies of your nation and your planet are intertwined. Let us hope that you can save them both. Okay, so here are the Allayi. We're definitely going to go with them. Our actual game setup, we're playing with all the expansions activated. We're going to have 8 enemies. Difficulty is going to be hard. Normal game speed. World size is going to be large with a few continents. Continent shape is random. Temperature is temperate. Topography is average, and world difficulty is easy. The reason why world difficulty is easy is because our starting location is going to be super important. It's not giving us an advantage over anyone else. Everyone else will have nice starting zones as well. But I'm basically minimizing the chances I have to re-roll and re-roll and re-roll to get anything like a decent starting area. Because if I have one main criticism of Endless Legend, it is that your starting area, you're so dependent on it in a way you aren't in, say, Civ or something like that, where you can move around a bit more. And because the starting areas are locked off into zones, you're so dependent on it, especially with someone like the Allayi, who aren't going to be spreading out very often at all. So that's it. We're going to have random factions to play against. So yeah, let's get started.
You beings fixed, inflexible, and slow are not true Aurigans, and do not see that she, our mother, as her life ebbs low, shall be delivered by the Allayi. For we, who change, adapt, and persevere, will fight for her survival come one day. So heed these dire warnings most sincere, for ruin comes to those who bar our way.
Okay, so there we go. Immediately opening up, we have a new minor faction, obviously, in our area, the Delvers, which are basically skull-faced dwarf guys, or skull-masked dwarves. in some of my previous Endless Legend games, particularly in the first one, I read out a lot of the blurb in this. I won't be doing that, especially except with everything to do with the Allayi. I'm going to read out. Let's really drench ourselves in the lore of the Allayi because it's fun. The Delvers are a good one to have. The assimilation effects is plus 5% dust per pacified and rebuilt Delvers village, so they're a good one to have. So that's a good indication of a good start already. Okay, so what have we got? What we've got is an area with plenty of food, which is nice. Plenty of science as well, and production. We're a bit low on dust. Well, actually, we're not low. This is actually... I'm not jinxing this. This is actually really quite a good starting area. We've got some emeralds there, which is probably maybe the least useful luxury resource, but that's fine. We've got an earth spine. And that is nice, actually. Okay, let's do a wee bit of exploring. Just to take a look at our options here, because I just want to see everything I can see in this area before I choose where to go. Which is, again, one of the things about Endless Legend, you know, you need to thoroughly explore. Okay, we've met some Jotus over here as well, and eyeless ones. Something could be down there, but it's not worth going for because there's so little else in the area anyway, so that's fine. Let's take a look up and over here. 2 earth spines. Nice. Nice. Love a bit of earth spine. Okay, we've got titanium over there. We're not over burdened with anomalies, it has to be said, but the actual area is really nice. Okay, so I've got some choices here. I could start right next to this mutant marsh and thus get the signs from it straight away, but I'm already going to be getting signs from that earth tower there. Let's have a look at the FIDs again. That extra food would be nice, but I can build things with these that give me extra food, and I want to be a little bit closer to these earth spines, I think, so I don't have to expand out ridiculously far to get to them. Not being that near the coast is a bit of a shame, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're going to go here, I think. Shall we go there? Yeah, we're going to go there. Okay. That will suit me. That will suit me just fine. That's quite a nice starting spot. I'm quite pleased with that. I am quite pleased with that. Okay, the first and only thing we could build is a Founder's Memorial, or at least building-wise it is. We could, of course, choose to go for something else. It's going to take us 10 turns to get an extra pop. Even with someone in there, let's have a look. We'll play around with Seth in a minute. First of all, we're going to select some research. So, what can we get? We've already researched Skyfin, but we can't build them. We actually get it as part of the main quest. Incidentally, the main quest is how we're going to try and win. The recommended winning victory type for the Allayi is questing. So we're going to try for it. We're going to try for it, guys. Let's see how we can do. First things first. We're going to be searching a lot. And I mean a lot, okay? You'll see what I mean later when the Skyfin comes out. So we're actually going to take Search Party, which is not something I usually like to take. Look at that extra science we're getting. We're going to get that in 2 turns. That's lovely. Okay, so we definitely don't need to pop someone into science, right? That's not needed. If we popped someone extra in there, it's only going to be 5 turns for a Founder's Memorial as well, which is sweet. What's the difference between 39 and 10? We're not getting any dust, which is slightly unfortunate. Yeah, I don't think there's anything else we can do with regard. We're going to have to take that because that pop. That's the hit. That's the hit of the these characters. This faction. Just that damage of the all the extra food they need. You know. Okay, that's fine. What we're going to do here is we're going to unite these guys. Because the Allayi don't make very good governor heroes, so we're not going to bother with that. We've unfortunately, I think, only got one Delver's village. Could have used more, really, but there we go. I think that's the end of the turn. Oh, okay. We're earning 4 somehow. Oh, hero upkeep because the hero was separate, maybe something like that. That's fine as long as we're earning money. As long as we're earning money, I'm happy. We can get down to there around there. Okay, so this is our quest, and like I say, we're going to try and go for a quest victory, so this stuff's important. There's a Skyphon there, flying around an Allayi settlement. When Auriga brings forth her fruit in winter, it will be a sign that once again our time has come. The Epistle, page 4. So the burden and the glory fall to me. We have taken the return of the Guardians as a signal. From the forests and the mountains we come together to rebuild our culture. In my hands sits the waxed and oiled leather pouch, black with age, that contains the Epistle of Ross Greyspire and the Euchologian, the ways of prayer. Through all the silent years we have guarded these scrolls, handing them down from father to son, waiting for the moment when we could once again serve our role as sentinels of Mother Auriga. We are together except for the flying Skyphon, a symbol of our power and freedom. With its strength we can reclaim our place by her side. These pearls, the winter fruit of the Epistle, signal our resurgence. We will harvest them and use them to build an altar to Auriga. As we do her bidding, we will grow our own strength. So, your people are converging after centuries in the wilderness. You lack only the Skyphon, a powerful ally and totem of your people. With its help and the potent pearls, you hope to save Mother Auriga from disaster. So we need to search the indicated rules to regain control over the Skyphon unit flying in the region, which is here, which we're going to do as soon as we possibly can. Let's head around here. Okay, what do we have there? More emeralds, okay. The game seems to like to give you emeralds in your starting area at the moment. I'm not sure why. Regardless, let's have a rummage around in here. Nothing of interest. And in here, 10 gold, which is very nice, and 1 pearl. Hang on, wasn't I missing something? Don't the Allayi have something about an additional thing? Is it something they research? About their use of luxury resources. Yes, that's it there. Luxury alchemist. We haven't got it yet, but it's very good, believe you me. We're going to trigger this gold right away. Minus 50% on city upkeep. We might as well. It will give us 5 extra, which is nice. And it will also move us 1 closer to Wealth Harvester, right? So we need to gather 30 units of 1 luxury resource. I'm sure there was a... Is that something else about triggering... I thought there was one about triggering maybe they've changed it. Be the first to gather at least 30 units of 1 luxury resource at the end of turn in order to get... I thought it was triggering 3 different boosters, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong, I frequently am. Okay, where else are we going to go now? Let's go exploring up here. We've encountered some Silix. Bit of either a lake or a coastline there. Big lake it would be if it was a lake. So I think it's probably not. We've got our first research already, which is exciting. Search parties in place, which is excellent. And we're going to go for... We could maybe build something. Like, with this money coming in, we could maybe buy something quite soon. And you know what? Now see, this is a bit cheaty, but I do know that a quest not far from now requires us to be fervent. So we're actually going to go for a sewer system and get that in place quite quickly. Now, I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to getting the Skyphon. Okay, here we go. Here we go. So we now have got a Skyphon unit. We also got 2 pearls out of that. We now need to build the altar of Auriga. I will need to gather enough pearls by searching ruins or collecting them when the dark season brings them to the surface. My reward for this is 15 titanium. Okay, we currently have 3 pearls. Altar of Auriga requires Quite a few more, I think. Yeah, 10 pearls. Okay. And here is our Skyfin. Isn't it lovely? Okay, are you ready to have your minds blown by the stuff the Skyfin can do? Okay, here we go. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Okay. I think we need to go into edit. Yeah, okay. So it's got 3 range. So it's like a ranged, you know, it's got ranged attack, which is fine. That's fine. That's unimportant. It can fly, which is great. It can fly over ridges and cliffs, including in the central map, which means it's got good maneuverability. It's solitary. It can't be joined by other units in an army, so we can't actually put it in an army. So what's going on with this? What is going on with this? It's got some shift to nature stuff. In light form, it's got more defense, health regen, etc., etc. In its dark form, it's just got some extra combat stuff. Shifting or similarly stuff, you know, it can boost. It can either boost or debuff, depending on the thing with that. It's got a sweep, strike back attack. Fine. First thing, Auriga affinity. It's got plus 20% pearls received when collecting, which is great, which is fantastic. And plus 2 XP per collected pearl cluster, which is also great. Now, one with Auriga. Oh my word. This unlocks an army action called Aspirate. When aspirating, it can't be attacked by roaming armies, which is nice. But what does Aspirate do? Well, Aspirate, when you're hovering over a resource, gathers the resource for you. And it doesn't have to be in your lands. Yeah, you heard that right. You heard that right. This thing is crazy. Crazy. And I'm immediately going to stock them up with some extra movement. Because why the hell wouldn't I do that? These things are awesome, you guys. They're so good. They are so good. We're also going to immediately retrofit it to get that extra movement in place. Because, damn, son. So the Skyfin, first off, is going to... it's hovering over there. Can I not control it? It would be nice if I could control it. Yes, I can. There we go. Okay. So basically, it's going to search just everywhere for us. 40 dust and 1 pearl. Nice. It's got... Look how much movement it has. It has 9 movement, and terrain doesn't affect it. Oh my god. Oh my god. Just amazing. So we've got a new quest here. We need to build 2 luxury extractors for this to get an augmented extractor. Which would be nice. Okay, we're just going to carry on going further afield and try and find more ruins, get more pearls, and generally have a good time. We found some Herners. No more ruins yet, sadly. We're going to do a bit more exploring with these guys down here. And ditto up here. Language Square would be good to get soon, so we can start to parley with minor factions. 70 dust and 2 pearls. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. I will take it. Okay, there we go. That's our second turn. Our dust rate is going down a bit because our Skyfin is using up quite a bit of upkeep, but no help for that, really. We're going to just strike out with the Skyfin here. Basically find as many runes as possible and then send it around gobbling up luxury resources. 30 dust and 1 pearl. Is that all your movement? It is not. Of course it's not all its movement. That would be ludicrous because its movement is insane. Okay. What are you doing? Stuff and things. Okay, someone's over here, which is interesting. Okay, yeah, this is the quest where we have to search the room with the Delver's unit. Well, that should be doable. There's someone over here. I want to be a bit wary because they can be quite attacky, and I've only got the 1 unit there. AI can be quite attacky at the beginning these days in this. Maybe I can block them in if I take this area. That would be quite nice. Although, you know, I don't have to think about expansion as much because, well, because I ain't going to be doing a lot of it. So. Okay, let's go over here. I'd quite like to see who they are, though. Lust for loot. With a hero-led army, loot as many treasures as you can in 15 turns. Okay, so the next one's there. I doubt I can get there from here. I think I'm going to have to leave that one. Because I'd have to go all the way around there through areas that are A, occupied, and B, just might have already been explored, a lot of them. I'd rather keep exploring, I think, unfortunately. Let's have a look over there. Okay. This looks like quite a nice little area. And let's have a poke around. More ruins, please. Quite ruined bare. There we go. There we go. Ah, after all that trouble. Okay, I think that's the end of the turn there. Did we? No, we've not built the Founders Memorial yet. We're not far off it though. Not far off it at all. Okay, so we've got a sewer system. And we have built the Founders Memorial. What are we going to have a look at now? At the moment we've got enough science going, but that dust is looking a little... But we need as much food as possible. We really need as much food as possible. So I'm going to go for cultivation. Yeah, we're going to go for that. Could go for language square. Maybe we should go for language square. Should get the factions in as soon as possible. Start picking up those quests, you know? No, we're going to take cultivation first. And then we're going to start building... Well, we're going to start building a sewer system, I guess. Can't buy it at the moment, but we might as well, it's only going to be 5 turns, so we might as well just start building it. I really want to see who's here. But I also don't particularly want to get attacked by them. There could be a ruin down there, but it's fine for now. Let's just check out over here. So this looks like this is basically sorted now. Okay, let's have a look. Some quite nice zones around here. Iya's Arm, which is a 2-handed sword, which is pretty nice. That's pretty good. And 1 pearl. We're not getting many pearls. Would be my only complaint. I would like more. Oh, and another faction. Let's poke in and see if we can see who it is. And also get that. Okay. End of turn there. Ooh, and we stopped on titanium, so we're sucking up some titanium as well, which is nice. I should make an effort to stop on places, really. Come on, where's your city? Well, probably not down there now. Those just emeralds? Yep. There's your city. Okay, Volters. Got some green Volters here. Let's just move back there to get as far away from them as possible so they don't have any thoughts about attacking us. $30 dust and 3 pearls. Okay, we now have enough to build the altar of Auriga. And we're probably going to switch to that, I think. We can also build a Garth. Can we build a Garth already? Don't we need an extra pop? Or maybe the Garths aren't linked to pop. Which is interesting. Available every pop from city population. So we don't need to get to 2 first, I guess is the thing of it. Okay, that would take 11 turns. We could buy the sewer system and then... Yeah, we're going to build... We could build a Garth. It's for 10. Or the altar for 10. We're going to build an altar. We're going to build an altar. And we're going to build it Where are we likely to be expanding in the direction of? Yes, we will go up here, but how much will we go down there as opposed to down here? Not that much, I don't think. So we're actually going to build the altar there. And we're going to buy that sewer system. And then we're going to carry on poking around here. Oh, we can cross over there, okay. So this is a lake. Interesting. Interesting. We need to just get our quests moving as quickly as possible if we want to get a quest victory. That is what we will need. So how are we at the moment? We are fervent at the moment, which is lovely. Getting lots of extra stuff from that. Okay, I don't want to poke around your city too much. To be brutally honest. Encountered the Keratin. 30 dust and 2 pearls. Let's go there and then we can get an extra titanium in between turns. Can we get... We can get there and then we can retreat. So we can search here. I just don't want to see who this is, you know? 30 dust and 1 pearl. And we have plenty of movement. Hello. Okay, Broken Lords. Okay. Blue Broken Lords. Take me back. We'll explore down there later. It's fine. You're just going to go full circle, I reckon. Ooh, Sisters of Mercy. Faction, not the band. Okay, we're doing alright. Cultivation's about to kick in. And we may be able to just buy seed storage quite quickly, which is nice. Very nice, actually. Jutharad. It hadn't even registered with me the name of our capital city. Okay, we've got cultivation. Let's open that up. We are going to get language square now. Population evolution in Jutharad. So that's gone to 2. Do we keep it there? What's the build? See, the building thing is actually all right. Science is all right. Dust is all right for now. A bit more influence wouldn't go amiss. But look at that difference, 18 to 11. We're going to keep it. We're going to keep it real like that. Okay, let's get a seed storage in place. We should be able to buy this in a few turns as well. So that's not too bad. Hero level up. Let's have a look. Zoyos Bright Slash the Second. Now, where are we go? How is he going to move upwards? I'm actually going to take Pathfinder. I know it's in the Governor tree, which is weird, frankly. But ignoring movement penalties from terrain difficulty is really sweet. So we're going to take that. Let's have a look at what else we got around here. Taking a bit of a risk keeping these guys alone so much, but it's fine. Boo. Okay, one thing you have to watch out for, this Skyfin will kind of auto-stop where it is if you don't watch it. It won't give you an alert here that it still needs to move, so you just got to be a bit careful with that. Okay. Ruins! Give me more ruins! Yeah, this is a big continent. And we're sharing it with 2 of these guys. Let's zoom out and see how close they are in the grand scheme of things. Not that close. Well, the Broken Lords is one away from us. I think we need to get Khitan. Maybe sooner rather than later. Because I think we need to try and block them from coming north. And then we can take quite a lot of this area for ourselves, if we're lucky. Okay. Or at least as much as our expansion disapproval will allow us to, you know? Okay, that's fine. Can we buy the seed storage? We can. Taking it. Okay, let's just have a wee look. Yep, that's probably going to be a lot more approachable, which is excellent. I might line up a settler. Maybe? Still need to be fervent. Oh, that's the thing. Gonna line up. The husbandry centre is certainly going to be in here, so we can pop that in place. As for you, what are you going to do out here? They're quite nice zones, they definitely are. Ooh, he expanded already. Okay, well, there we go. We didn't get there in time. Interesting. Yeah, okay. Oh, nope. That's okay, we can expand backwards. Oh, that's annoying. Just there for the moment, huh? Okay. Come on. There we go. 5 titanium, 2 pearls. That's fine. What movement have you got left? You know, just move there. Give me some glass steel. Might as well. Okay. So, we should be poking around here, really. Because this might be our next expansion to, again, try and block off the Broken Lords. It's not entirely necessary. Our game's going to be pretty peaceful, I think. You know, we're going to try, unless the quest tells us not to be. So, you know, we'll just get on with things as and when we can. The boss. Give me ruins. Okay. There we go. Start having a poke around that area now. I might bring those other. I might bring the other seekers back, to be honest. Because they're very vulnerable. Oh, that's annoying. Give me more titanium. Yeah, they're pretty vulnerable. I could use with uniting my army, otherwise I might get... Someone might just decide I'm very vulnerable and jump on me. We researched language square. Our resource booster ended, which is a shame. We're now only getting 1 dust per turn, oh well. Which means probably the next thing to do is to get Empire Mint. Just get some extra dust. And we're going to move down here. Open this up a bit more. We're going to start moving back here. Might as well pick up this quest. Might as well. No sense in not doing it. Return to the Virgin Kingdom 50 dust. We're probably not going to expand down here, so there's not much point really. But yeah, we're going to head north and try and meet up with our other unit and our hero. Be a bit safer. And oh, way over here we've got our Skyfin. Desperately looking for a ruin in amongst all this forest. Let's get some wine. Just a bit of wine. Just a bit of wine, really. Okay, we'll probably do another turn, and then we might call it for this episode. I suspect we're slightly overdue for that anyway. Okay, let's have a look around here. I do love exploring in this game. I really do. It's just because the map is so lovely. Okay, what quest have you got for us? In your next Empire plan, don't put any influence in military. Set economy and pop to level 1 minimum. Yep, well, we're probably going to do that anyway. That's generally what I do. So we'll pacify them quickly enough. These eyeless ones? With an army led by a hero, search the temple ruins illuminated by rays of dust. Okay. So where is that? All the way over there, huh? Okay, well, maybe later. Not right now, my friends. That's a nice spot. Look at that river. Titanium. Salt desert. Rumbling stones. This is nice right here. Let's get my Skyfin. It's all the way over here now. I wish it still showed up on there, but so it goes. Okay, search that for me. 5 titanium, 2 pearls. Could do with more glass steel and pearls right now, really. Give me more glass steel. I'd like to have five of glass steel so I can maybe make an attempt at the Museum of Auriga. Might be too late already now, though, really. Might be too late already. And it would take me a while to build it. You know what? We are going to go for a settler. After this. Because that spot there. I want that spot there. Imminent Empire plan. But there we go. I think we'll wrap it up there. We'll leave that as an episode. So thank you for watching. If you enjoy this, do check out the other Endless Legends series on the channel. They're really quite good, if I do say so myself. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe, etc., etc. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.